Welcome to 40 Below Zero, an international podcast about life with invisible illnesses, hosted by two guys living with multiple sclerosis. Coming to you from the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, I'm your co-host Nix, and with me on this ride is Terry, a Londoner who calls Ontario home. We're so happy you're here with us as we continue to try and normalize a life that is anything but. So let's get into it. Welcome back, Warriors, to another episode. Terry, my friend, what's going on?
Yeah, man, everything's okay, I guess. I mean, I have my ups and downs this week, but for the most part, everything's good. What about you, man?
Well, man, brain fog in full effect, fatigue in full effect. I can't seem to want to get motivated to do even the smallest things, which is unlike me because usually I'm like up with the sun and ready to roll. But yeah, it's been a week. Maybe it's because I'm getting older, Terry.
I don't know what to say, man. Yeah, my motivation's killed sometimes. But I don't know if it's about age, bro. Everyone just blame MS right now, okay?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. We just last week we passed World MS Day.
That's right.
Um,
On your birthday?
on my birthday. That is true. What a coincidence. So if you believe in fate, or if you believe in all that, then it was meant to be.
So I was like, wait, I thought your birthday was on July 13th, but that's the day you were diagnosed.
Right, right.
So can we just remove your birthday and use that as your birthday?
Yeah, who did we just have on? They called it their rebirth day. We just had a guest that referred to the date they got diagnosed that way, which I think is great because it's true in many respects.
Jen?
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
You have
We'll just
to,
go Jen.
because you have to start your life over, sort of.
When you accept it, yes.
Right.
Yes. So when was your official rebirth day?
January 4th, 2013. You?
January 4th.
I'm not January. Gosh, see, that's what
Oh,
I'm talking about,
dude.
man. July 4th.
I don't have a date. Nah, I don't have a date. Honestly, when I sat in my chair, that's when I was
Mm,
accepting, all right, I definitely have MS.
fair enough.
Yeah. So I have a Terry moment, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, please.
First of all, I went with my partner. We went to a karaoke night thing. Okay.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I got to meet a lot of her friends. And no, I did not sing.
Ah,
But next time I go, I will. You know why?
why?
Because, and I'm pretty sure no one in that bar is going to listen to me now, except maybe a couple of her friends. I'm not sure. But there were a couple people. First of all, there was a lot of people that sang beautifully. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wow. And then there was a couple you're like, but you can't do anything because no one else is and everyone's respectful.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
like,
just there
oh,
to have
I
fun.
love it. I've never been to a karaoke bar. So everybody was like, having so much fun, even if you were bad. I'm like, yo, I could try something.
What
So
would you sing?
maybe me and Katrina will do Sonny and Cher. I got you,
Hey,
babe.
there you go. There
Right?
you go.
I don't
Classic.
know. We'll figure it out. Maybe not. Maybe that's not exciting enough. But one of her friends is like, oh, I've heard so much about you. Can I give you a hug? I'm like, okay, in front of me, bending over, and me going, yo, I got to use the washroom soon. This is not good for my bladder. No, I'm
uh,
serious. Dude, you know what I realized? I'm going to get a shirt that says, want to give me a hug? What about just a dab? But I like hugs, bro. I love hugs. I want like the hugs.
yeah,
But
we talked about that a couple of
as
times. It was the proper protocol and it was like, you have to be it should be off to the side because it does get a little awkward.
that was Jen. She taught
Right.
me a proper
That's
hug.
right. That's right.
Yes. Was our last guest Jen as well?
I
Whoa.
don't know.
My
Terry,
I apologize.
you want
Bro,
me to
brain
remember these
fog,
things?
bro. Brain fog. Let me go.
So
Okay.
those of you out there suffering with brain fog and fatigue issues, please know that you can hear it on full display in this episode. Uh,
So when people say to you, hey, Nick, how can I help you? You have MS, you're struggling. How can I help you? What do you say?
oh, that is a great question. Um, I usually say something to the effect of, uh, I'll let you know when I've gone far enough, if that makes any sense. But they can help me by stepping in when when they can clearly see I'm overdoing it. They don't need to ask anything. Does that make sense?
So you want them just to jump in?
Yeah, I would be okay. I'm to the point where I'm okay if they just, step in to do whatever. Um, but just really be understanding, be a little patient, and know that I'm trying to get there and I'll eventually get there.
Yeah.
Um, what about you?
My big thing is you want to help me stay. Hey, I see a wave at me. What's going on? Is that Kit? Nice.
Yeah, it's a special guest in the studio.
Awesome. I would just say stay out of my way.
Really?
I think that's what it is, man. I think stay out of my way. You want to help me? You're more than welcome to ask me, hey, how can I help you? But yeah, stay out of my way. Just so you know, we are live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So just saying, I mean, might as well say hi.
What do you need, baby?
So
Oh,
yeah,
well, he's like, yeah, because we're live on YouTube.
it's okay. No, it's
No,
okay.
I don't know.
Come
Are
on,
we?
this is the way it is. I think we are. What's up, yo?
What's up, baby?
Sue's on our way. We're gonna go to the diner.
Okay.
I know you're not gonna eat, but she's hungry.
When's she gonna get here? In about an hour?
She'll be here shortly. She was finishing up the house.
Oh, she's
If
up there.
anybody's watching, I'm
All right.
sure this is getting cut out.
Well, yeah.
But hey,
I'll check in
only
when I'm
people
done.
watching get to see the real deal, right? Just like if I got to use the washroom.
I don't know. What?
I'm
Have
distracting
fun.
him.
Sorry, I was trying to listen to Terry
No, it's
and
okay. I'm talking to our thousands of listeners, bro.
yeah.
Okay, so get out of my way or don't be in my way. But yeah, that's for the most part. Don't stare at me. Don't be in my way. Don't stare at me. I'm good. But just like you, like if I'm obviously falling, you're more than welcome to come up to me.
Right.
Honestly, everyone's gonna tiptoe around me forever. Can I help
Yeah.
you now? Can I help you? Are you okay?
Do you get offended by it anymore?
No, I don't. I haven't gone through it enough to understand if I get offended, really.
Mm,
I get
I
offended when
don't.
someone talks to me in a lower level, like, hey, do you need help with
Uh,
that?
I can't
Maybe
stand that.
that's what gets to me. Yeah, okay. You know,
That definitely happened to me a few times. And it makes me think about, have I ever done that without even thinking? Because it's a fine line between wanting to make sure the person that you're communicating with understands you and talking down to them and being rude.
I think I do that to elderly, to the
Yeah.
elder, to the elderly. I might, I'm not sure. But now I'm gonna be more aware of it. But what am I supposed to go to my neighbor who's like 85 years old and say, hey, what up? You gonna go shovel the snow outside? No, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah. Did you want to, are you gonna go outside? I just subtly, okay. Yes, that might be insulting. Okay,
Yeah.
let me continue my night.
Okay.
So it was fun. It was enjoyable. I went to the washroom over there. I called beforehand. I said, hey, is your washroom accessible? I like this bar. It's pretty cool. Okay. It's a local bar, and the fact that their washroom was accessible, I called them. The lady on the phone says, yes, it is. I said, oh, do you guys have grab bars in the washroom? Because I just want to confirm. If,
Sure.
to be honest with you, I'd love if she just brought a video phone and, you know what I mean, and videoed it and then said, here,
Yeah.
let me send you. So she said, grab bar? I said, yeah. Is there a grab bar in the washroom? She said, let me check. And I'm
Wow.
like, but you said it was accessible. You were just going with that. So it's nice that she's checking, whatever. 2 minutes later, she comes back and goes, yes, there are grab bars in the washroom. She was proud, like they actually had them. I was
She
like,
was shocked.
great. I'll see you guys on Friday. This is like 3 days before. I'm making sure. So I go and I sit down relaxing, meeting some people. And then Katrina's like, the washrooms are over there. And I'm thinking, do I go now or do I just risk it when I have to go and make sure everything's okay? Because dude, it's jammed and there's a lot of people, and you can tell the the people in there are I don't know if they understand what I'm going through. I'm
Sure.
the only guy in a wheelchair there. I don't know. It's awkward for me to go through all these people to the washroom, and there's probably no handicap button, and it's a pretty rough, old school place. Okay,
Sure.
I go to the washroom because I have to go pee. I go inside, and first thing, guy's there. He's like, "Oh, let me open the door for you." And it's so cool because he looks at my chair. He goes, "Oh, I understand. I have a," and he starts to explain that he has like some metal plate in his knee. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. I got to go to the washroom. I'm
Yeah.
panicking right now because, the last steps to the washroom, you're like, I got to go now. What the hell happened? Because I
Yep.
didn't need to go before. So I get to the washroom. He opens the stall door for me because he notices, dude, the way the stall door opens, I would have been hitting against the wall. It was really awkward. So he opens the stall door. I go inside. The grab bar, bro, I can see clearly the screw is off. It's hanging on one screw. And when you grab it, it's like, it's like, I don't even know. It's moving on the wall. It's
Yeah.
not trustworthy. That's number one, bro. And I'm still going to go there, but next time I'm going to be prepared. Number
Yeah.
two, the toilet seat was legit like 4 inches off the ground. It was the smallest toilet bowl I've ever seen. Okay. It was
Wow.
that low. So when I'm transferring and I'm grabbing that bar, I flop right into the toilet seat. Not comfortable. I'm okay. I make it. Everything's okay. I make it. I'm just telling you that, if I really needed that grab bar, if I really need, it would have been stressful. So next time I'm going to make sure I'm more cautious. But anyway, it ended up being a
What a,
good night,
I was gonna say,
you know.
what a story, Terry.
That's-
But it's,
Dude,
it just highlights that for people that need to know these things, it's important that business owners are in compliance, that their stuff is up to date. Like, because it might be one in 1,000 Terrys that roll through the door, but there's one. You know what I mean?
yo, exactly. Yeah.
And believe me, it's something that Kit and I dealt with when she had her bakery. Um, we couldn't have seating because our bathroom wasn't up to code. And we're like, okay, well, we'll bring it up to code. So what does it entail? And the lowest bid we got was, I think, 14 grand
Wow. Yeah.
because it involved moving walls. And so we had to we would have had to have reconfigured most of the usable space we had just for the bathroom, which is worth it because, as we've discussed many times on the show here, that just because we say it's accessible doesn't mean that that's necessarily true.
So if they would have said, listen, it's not really, I wouldn't be like, well, you guys got to bring it up to standard or to code or whatever. I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, okay, cool. I understand. It's really expensive to do it. You
Hmm.
understand? But the
Oh yeah.
fact that they said it, maybe that's what bittered me up. But here's the thing: when I left the washroom, even Katrina's friend is like, "Oh, how was the washroom? Was it accessible?" And I'm like looking at her, thinking, "Oh, I don't want to be dramatic to you. You're gonna be like, this guy's crazy." So I looked at her. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Yeah. I gave her that look, and Katrina knows. She's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Nothing, nothing. The grab bar, the grab bar. It's okay, it's okay. The grab bar, in the toilet seat." And then her friend was like, she was not happy. She's like, that is not right. And I'm smiling like, yo, feel my pain. This is every day, everywhere. But it's not even feel my pain. It makes me happy that somebody else is getting angry for me. And then I'm like,
Mhm.
it's okay. It's not a big deal. And I didn't want to be dramatic, so I dropped it. But that's
Now,
it.
when you go out for the night, do you how much stuff do you bring with you? Do you bring extra change of clothes, extra anything in case anything happens?
Um, really depends on how far I go. Like I was down the street.
Okay. I at all times I have an emergency bag in the van. no matter if I'm going down the street or wherever.
And Brian told me that. He's like, I never go anywhere without extra change of clothes. I'm like, oh my God. If I were to go somewhere at least an hour away, maybe from now
Yeah,
on.
maybe it's maybe I'm too over prepared, but I have the extra I have the change of clothes in the bag. I have a jacket in the bag. Like I have just in case it gets cold, just in case, the temper, whatever. I also have a mini toolkit to be able to do repairs to my chair.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too much, but I definitely have a toolkit with me.
Bean and all her friends, they all have that Allen key. They're like, I got my
Oh,
Allen
yeah.
key. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I don't bring Allen keys. They're like, just in case the chair breaks down.
Yeah, it's a whole little toolbox full of different things.
And now I
'Cause
have an Allen key just to say I have
do
an
you
Allen key. I know what
you're
it
in the
does.
club. I don't know how to use it. I'll probably hurt myself, but I have one.
The IKEA Allen key that everybody has. But yeah, so man, we were just saying something.
I have snacks in the bag. Like I got all
Oh,
sorts of
that's what we were
stuff in
saying.
there.
When I went to Edmonton, oh my
Uh-huh.
God. Katrina's like, you need 5 pairs of shoes. I'm like, hey, what if I pee myself on a shoe? She's like, what are you coming up with these crazy scenarios? I'm like, you don't know my life. It'll happen. So yeah, when I go somewhere, I'm protected like beyond,
Yeah.
like beyond, like 3 pairs of boxers. Like why do you need three? Just in case the two get soiled. And I don't know. I don't, and it's never happened. When you bring stuff, you come home with everything.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Just the paranoia we have, and it's valid. So I
Yeah.
got baby wipes. I got all sorts of stuff in my.
Oh
Now I'm thinking
yeah,
about my
for
bag, and I'm
sure.
like, what do I have? Well, because I am, even though I wear gloves when I'm using the wheelchair,
Yeah.
I am a cleanliness freak. I I clean my rims, like the push rims.
I used to do that too. You're kind of
Clean
breaking up. I used to do that too.
the,
Oh, you're cutting up. So in COVID, I used to always sanitize my wheels.
every time I use it,
I'm gonna try
I
to mimic you. You're
oh, okay.
cutting up. You're breaking up big time.
Am I?
But dude, COVID, I used to always clean my rims, but now I don't anymore. But I used to come and I used to even do my tires. I know that sounds silly. I used to sanitize my tires, which is the silliest thing ever. But yeah, definitely I was worried about that because your wheels are going in washrooms. By the way, I use gloves, but not when I'm indoors, like in my home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, obviously. But have you ever
Yeah.
gone down a ramp with your wheelchair and then you try to stop it and you burn your hands because you don't have gloves?
Nope, because I always have my gloves on.
So you've never felt that though? You never went
I
through it?
have, and that's why
Okay,
I wear gloves
okay,
all the time
okay,
now. The first time.
okay. Yeah, I've been through that and a few times too. I'm like, I'm just going there, and then I end up going fast, and I'm like, burn, burn, burn. But yeah. So what else, man? What's going on? What else? We had a guest today that canceled, which happens,
Yeah, it
right?
does. Yeah, it
And no
does.
one gets upset because,
Nope.
sometimes we cancel. I mean, you can't
I was
shame
in,
us for
let's see,
that.
I was invited by another MSer to join in a fundraising event on June 8th. I will be there's a minor league baseball team known as the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs.
Okay.
So I will be Kit and I think me, Kit and John.
Did you say iron pigs?
Iron, IRON, Iron Pigs.
Pigs.
Yep,
Okay. Okay.
yep. Um, we'll be heading up to their stadium to be part of their fundraiser,
Hmm.
which I was very happy to be asked again to go
Okay.
up to hang out with them. It's about
Of
an hour
course.
from here, hour and a half. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
fun event. Um, and without even thinking, Kit was like, "Yeah, we'll be there." And then a day went by, and I was like, "Oh, where's our seats at?" And she was like, "Oh, I didn't even think to ask if they were handicapped seats."
Yeah. Yeah.
So they are. Because I was like, I was thinking, if it's an MS fundraiser, most of the people are going to need a mobility aid. So I was like, where am I going to fare?
Have you been there before?
No. So I've
Okay.
been doing a mad, like you, I'm doing a mad,
Yeah,
like
yeah, 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 yeah.
deep dive into the layout of the place, where are we parking, where we, right off the bat, I'm very happy that the parking for this venue is only $5 as opposed to like 40 that I pay down at the other stadium.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
ridiculous, the
They'll get you
prices.
when you want like a snack.
Even there, the menu appears cheaper than the stadium that I'm at. But I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
that's the difference between like the minor leagues and the majors.
yeah, I guess.
The better experience, in my opinion. You're closer to the action.
Oh, I've been to a minor league here too. We have oh my God.
You don't know your minor league team,
Oh my
Terry?
God, bro. 1 second. Oh my God. No, I can't remember, man. I cannot believe that shit. Oh my God. And the hat's behind me too.
Is it?
London.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll let everyone know in the next episode. That's so embarrassing. That's so bad. That's my fog right there.
It's
Terrible.
it's real. It's the time of the year we're in. I'm telling you, it's been over. I know I say it a lot, but it's been over 80 down here, and it just it just drains that battery like very, very quickly.
I got 20 minutes in the sun, and that's my max.
Is that what it
And
is?
I have to come inside because I don't feel like I'm dying. And then when I come inside, I'm like, wow, that was a perfect time. I put a cool cloth on my neck. I get my temperature back down.
Yeah. I get about an hour wearing those cooling vests that I always talk about.
Oh, you know what, man? What a good investment.
It is. I highly recommend them.
I gotta see it. Like I gotta see the one you have. I'm sure it's on Amazon, right? Like I
Hmm.
don't have to go to some special.
Um, a non-sponsor plug, polarproducts.com.
Okay, thank you. London Majors.
The London majors.
London Majors. The minor league.
So they're the majors and the minors.
Yes.
That
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes. I was thinking that, man, honestly, but I was like, no, it can't be called the majors. But yeah. Oh, I like your mug. I see you must have lost your
It's in the wash. The wash. Yeah, I wash my dishes, Terry.
I,
It's
yo,
it.
I
It's in the dishwasher.
what do you think? I empty and just pour more coffee in here? Kind of. Sometimes I do. I won't lie to you. Yeah. So if you like, you know what's funny? I've been bummed out the last couple days, but as soon as I come on here, I'm like, hey, what's up? I need this.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
Yeah, definitely. And I had a few things to talk about, but I won't lie to you. I don't want to talk about them today.
No?
No, it's I wanted to come out with something I've done. It's really a hard topic, and I told Katrina I'm gonna talk about it this time, and then I keep
Well,
procrastinating and not talking about it
now's the time, Terry.
because once I say it, it's out, and then people will just assume, and
Uh,
one of those
yeah.
things, and
That's
it's my
that's what
life.
keeps that's what keeps anybody from saying that's the fear of that's why we don't reach out. It's why
All
we
right.
don't communicate.
So, the first time I did Ocrevus, I
Yes.
was with someone who was helping me go to the washroom, open doors, da 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 da. And there was a couple of close calls. And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, thank God I have someone with me because I don't know if I could do this on my own. Because at the same time, when I'm rushing to the washroom, I'm like, I gotta go. Let's go. Not an asshole way, but like, hey, I gotta
In an
go.
urgent, yeah, no,
Let's
urgent
go.
way.
Yeah. And I can't really do that when it's someone I don't know. And I'm like, hey, nurse, let's go. Chop chop. So the second time I was going to go for my Ocrevus treatment, I was worried because I didn't have that person. So I had been preparing something for the last 3 years and I've never attempted it. But it would be a lifesaver, not a lifesaver, but dude, it would help me tremendously if there was, and I always said, I am never going to use a catheter
Mm.
because I cannot, the feeling, I don't know if I'm going to get comfortable with that. I'd rather not. I'd rather just sit on protection pads or whatever you want to call it. Okay. But I did something, and I've told maybe one or two people that I used a condom catheter that day. It's a really hard topic to talk about, man, because now I'm like gonna assume people are gonna look at me like, oh, you have it on now? No, I'm not wearing it. I've never worn it except for that one day. And dude, it was amazing because I mean, it wasn't amazing because it didn't feel comfortable. I mean, it did, but just knowing that it's there is just not comfortable. Everything was secured. And have you heard of a condom catheter?
First of all, thank you for being brave enough to say it out loud. And I
That's tough,
have
bro.
heard, I know, and I know it takes a lot for you to say those kind of things. So I appreciate that. And thank you. And I'm sure there's somebody out there going through the same thing who's now thinking, okay, that's not that big a deal, because I know at least one other person. I have only heard about them because of you. So you have to kind of school me on them. I honestly, I don't have much knowledge.
Uh, yeah, I've heard of them because I was talking to a PSW once, and I'm fearing that day where I have to wear a catheter. I don't want to, but I'm fearing that day that I'm not going to be able. I'm going to have retention issues, and you know. Anyway, the lady was like, "Did you ever hear of condom catheters?" And I'm like, "What?" And then she was telling me judges wear them, lawyers wear them in high, um, high profile cases, and I'm like, "No way, that makes so much sense."
Yeah, really?
And and then I looked into it. I found a company locally that gave samples. Very weird, bro. Very weird. And for some reason, we can still not talk about it and not feel awkward. But they sent a size tool.
Really?
Do you know what they measure?
I can only imagine.
The girth size.
Yeah, I
So
kind of thought
weird,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
And it's always a lady on the phone. It's never a guy. So I
Oh,
was
that
like,
does.
so what size did you want me to send you?
Ugh.
It's just weird.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
is weird.
it took a lot, to and even with the support, like, why don't you do it? Why don't you? And I'm like, no. And then that day I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. And I did it and I didn't tell anyone. And I can't
Right.
believe I'm telling everyone now. But dude, it was great. Like, and then I still went to the washroom when I had to go
Sure.
to empty the bag. Right? It's so weird, man. But everyone's like, is whatever.
Yeah, but that's because when you're receiving your Ocrevus treatment,
Mhm.
you're 3 to 5 hours in the same spot. And depending on what the nurses, how busy they are, I totally understand why, and it absolutely makes sense.
And it was great. I was like, the first experience, everything went well. The only thing is when you get home, you're tired. And when you remove it, you want to clean up. You
Oh,
don't want to
sure.
you just want to make sure you're extra clean and all that crap, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing. So I don't know if I could keep it on like a whole day. That would be weird, man. 3,
Uh,
4 hours. I was like, okay, that's enough. But yeah,
So
that was my experience. And
is that the new thing now? Is that the new? Are you
no,
no? I mean, is that you're going to do that every time now? Because
if I go
or,
alone, and
gotcha.
it's weird. If like my buddy, Shannon, it's his fault. He said my name is Shane with two N's. Anyway, if my buddy Shannon goes one day, he's gonna look at my leg and be like, "Tap tap, is the bag right there?" It's fucking weird. It's weird. I'm gonna have to look at people and say, "You think I'm wearing a catheter? I'm not today." You know,
Oh,
yeah. The
Terry.
fact that this is live, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
that's brave, bro. That's very brave.
Dude, my life sucks. Deal with it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like my life sucks, like I want to end it, but it
No.
sucks. Like I'm accepting that it sucks and I'm making the best out of it.
Well, like like I always say, you got to use the tools that are available. Otherwise, it will really it doesn't life doesn't get better if you don't use the tools that are available. It actually gets harder and worse and more uncomfortable. So that was pretty brave of you, Terry. I got to admit, that's
Thanks, man. I
well,
wanted to talk about it. It's getting easier, to talk about anything.
sure.
But I wanted to say this, like, I was like, oh, I can't wait to talk about my experience. But I just kept, nah. And then we had a guest coming on today, and I was like, today's not going to be the day.
Right.
But I'm glad that now it is. So
That's the way it works, right?
thanks, buddy.
Yeah, of course. You're welcome.
Yeah. So when are you going to try it?
When I need it, and as of yet, I don't need it. Like I've said before, I've used other things when I go on long road trips and stuff. I have uh adult diapers that I have and that kind of stuff, and I don't use them all the time. But
No, dude.
when it,
I
just like with
understand.
you, having retention issues from time to time, it's scary.
Hold on. I don't have retention issues.
No, you were worried about having retention
Oh,
issues,
yes.
not that
Okay.
you have them. That
Yes,
you
yes.
wouldn't be able to make it there in time, is what I'm saying. Same
Oh,
thing.
yes, yes,
When I'm
yeah.
on the highway, it's like next rest stop 45 miles,
Mhm, mhm.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is this always a topic about this?
Well, because it is one of the hardest topics to talk about. That's why. So the more you and I laugh at ourselves and each
Yeah.
other, then hopefully other people can laugh at themselves and not feel so bad.
Hopefully. Do you fear of getting worse in the future?
Yes, I do. I have I have like a line, I don't know, a line in the sand is the best way to say it. Like I feel like I've sat down and taken stock, like, okay, if I lose my left eye, that's okay. If I lose this, if I lose that, if I lose that, you know, um, because I think it's important to, I don't know, I think it's important to prepare yourself
Huh.
for the possibility, but also do everything you have to let that be as far away in the future as possible. And I think I'm doing enough where should I suffer um, another catastrophic type loss, then I will know that I've done everything that I could do. And that, because there's a bit of this that's out of our control no matter what we do. And but you can increase your odds by doing things like, let's see, I've quit smoking, so that's a plus. I've severely cut back on consuming alcohol. If it's very rare that I ever do it, ever. I think it's been 4 years since I've really had a drink or longer.
Cool.
Um, I exercise as much as I can. And I don't mean like hitting the gym every day for 5 hours a day. I do stretches every day, light calisthenic stuff. Then I take a nap because I'm exhausted because I just worked out.
You're active.
Yeah, I do that,
Yeah.
and my diet is way better than it's ever been. Although I kind of cheated today because I'm having a cheesesteak because I'm still alive, still need to do something.
So your
Um,
cheesesteaks are the best in Philadelphia?
we have some of the best around Philadelphia, but I don't know. I'm not in Philadelphia, so definitely the best
Oh
around
my God.
Philadelphia. Listen, you don't understand. If you don't actually live with inside of Philly,
Yeah.
you shouldn't claim you're from Philadelphia. That's kind of how it works. Now, you can like the sports teams, that's fine,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
out here in the county, in Delaware County,
Okay.
we definitely have some of the best cheesesteaks. Um, but they're not great for you,
I
like
know.
health wise.
It's all good.
um, but they
Don't
get the
tell
job
anyone,
done.
but I had a Domino's pizza.
Ugh, Domino's.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yikes.
Ugh. Yo, I had the gluten.
I'm
Oh
spoiled
my
around
God.
here.
This is my trainer is gonna watch this. It was gluten free and I had one slice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
of my
Sounds
gluten-free
right.
pizza.
Sounds right.
Okay, enough of that shit.
Um, but no, I think I'm doing like I've been on a DMT pretty much the whole time I've been diagnosed, various ones, but so I'm doing everything that I think I need to do to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible.
But ultimately, it's out of your control.
Yeah, I've reduced stress as much as I can, you know, father
To
of
me,
two in college, you know.
ultimately, lack of control gives me anxiety, fear, you know,
Yeah, that's a big one. You want to
the
be the master of
thoughts.
your own universe.
Yeah.
And then you realize that you were never the master of your own universe. That was never the way it was supposed to be.
If you just adjust your thinking, life gets better. If you stop, I know this is a tall order, but if you stop worrying about what other people think, that's my main one. Then I could go to karaoke night and sing and not give a shit,
What would
which I
you
will
sing?
do next week.
What's
I
your
told
song?
you, we already talked about this. Your fog
No,
is
your
thickening.
song.
Uh,
Not you and
my song.
Katrina. What's
I
your
feel like a woman. No, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I would sing, bro. Really, I don't know. I don't know. That stuck in my head because someone sung that. And then when that person finished singing, I feel like a woman, there was one guy who's like, I actually feel like a woman. It was it's so funny. Anyway, that's Canadians for you.
wasn't she Canadian? Wasn't Shania Twain Canadian?
Yes,
Yeah, see?
yes, yes.
I would go with I'd probably sing Elvis, honestly. That's my go-to karaoke. I mean, it's kind of, you know, cliche, but
Okay. You do the whole, in this town, wait, where is it? Yeah, this town, we have, I don't know exactly what it is, but then I want to say huge Elvis impersonators.
really,
Huge. Like they go to Vegas. Yeah. And there's a guy that she knows that's a reverend that is like always the winner. And yeah,
that's
huge.
crazy.
So,
So maybe that, just because people recognize those songs.
okay.
Willie Nelson. I do some Willie Nelson.
All right. All right. What about Home Sweet Alabama, Leonard Skinnard? Is that how he's
You know what?
that's maybe
I probably wouldn't do that. Like I'm
why
aware of it, but I probably wouldn't.
not? I think that's my song. I love that song.
Yeah.
Or I want to be a cowboy,
Oh
baby.
my God, you Kid Rock?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I never expected that, Terry.
Yep.
Wow. You learn something new every day.
Yes. So next week I'm hoping to grab Brian.
Oh, from Push?
Yes. Yes.
He's the one that he's the one that got you into the driving stuff, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Weather's getting better. I can't wait to do some more of that.
So is that the goal
Yeah.
to get back into it?
Yeah. My goal is to um, be able to go into the car and take apart my chair by myself, put it in the car, and start driving. You
Nice.
know what I mean? But the
Yeah,
only thing
that's
is,
a good goal.
I think the pedals have to be installed in the car before I can install it myself, but it'll
Yeah.
take extra energy. So
Yeah.
it's got to be a weekend where she's away and she has it installed for me. Then I can go practice taking my chair, putting it in the passenger side, you know.
No,
And then,
that's important stuff.
and I want to get a lift to lift my chair because I don't like how she'll pick up my chair to put it in the trunk. And she's like, oh, no, I'm strong enough. I'm like, yo, your back is eventually going to go. You're my caregiver. I need you. I need to reserve my back. That's my back. Make sure you take care of my back.
That's a great way to look at it. I never thought of it like that.
You know, yeah. And then I
Huh.
want to get, yeah, I just want to get a lift. And I've seen so many types and whatever works for her, I'm telling her choose one because some take a lot of room in the trunk. Some, there's always
Oh, I didn't know if you would get the top of the car thing. Have you ever seen those?
No.
There's a lift. You hook your chair onto it. It picks your chair up, lays it down, and then brings it in, and then closes itself, and then reverses the process
Like it comes to the side of the car and takes your chair?
above your head. It comes up. It comes
Really?
over you, grabs it, lifts it up
Oh,
over your head.
never seen
That's
that
maybe
one.
maybe that's old school. I've seen him a few times. I used to work with a guy who had one. And he would position his chair next to the driver's seat, transfer, collapse it accordion style, grab it with the claw. I don't know what else to call
Yeah,
it, and then it
yeah,
would
yeah.
lift up on top of his car.
I've never seen that one. I've
Yeah,
seen it where it comes out of the trunk to the side, takes the chair, brings it back in.
that's cool too.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell how much is that
Yeah, well,
mechanism, you know?
your insurance, if it's medically necessary,
Yeah, yeah.
which I'm pretty sure for you it is,
It,
you would think.
I don't think so. Yeah. I think that's a luxury, is it not?
Well, if you have to go somewhere on your own, it's a necessity.
Yeah.
No, a luxury is like my tank chair that I've always wanted to get.
Are you
That's
gonna
a
get that?
luxury. If listen, when I can start rubbing two pennies together to make a dime, whenever I can pull that magic off,
Yeah,
it's on my list. I don't know how
yeah.
far down the list it is, but it's on the list.
Is it it's never mind. It's a company, you know of the company that makes them?
Not
Or
off the
is
top
it
of my head. I do have it
okay,
saved somewhere, but
okay.
they're about 17, 15 to 17,000 dollars.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's another
Jesus.
car.
Yeah, yeah. I know so
So
many people, not so many. I know a few people on Instagram that do custom wheelchairs and custom. They're like, check this out. There's like tractors on the side and
believe me, I would love to have a custom 40 below zero wheelchair.
yeah. Maybe I'll reach out to those guys and say,
Sponsor.
come on here and talk about
Talk about your product.
your gadgets.
Send
Yeah.
free samples.
Two.
I will be more than happy to do an in the middle of the show ad break for any mobility aid sponsor.
And on that topic, can you guys please follow our YouTube channel? We have enough views. It's growing.
Yep.
Why do we got our YouTube channel hit? And we'll put more videos out there. Anyway, follow the YouTube channel. We'll do more lives. So
Yeah, as exciting as we are 100% on our A game today. This is us at top speed.
awesome.
No, this is Terry and I probably at 40% speed.
38 to 42.
No, this is Terry, this is me and you trudging through a show with both of us dealing with enormous amount. This is the real Nick and Terry. This is the not polished, just trying to make it happen. Can't rely on a guest to fill 20 minutes of our show.
This is what a real smile looks like when you're still not in a good mood, but hey. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man.
I'm on fire, baby. It's a dumpster fire, but I'm on fire.
Dumpster fire. Out of control.
Uh,
Okay, well, I am glad it's Sunday and I'm glad I have nothing on my list for the rest of the day.
good. Yeah, me neither. I'm the same.
The humid is high. My machine is working to suck all that humidity out of the air.
Mhm.
And my pool's open. I cannot wait to swim soon.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a struggle to get in and to get out, but I'm going to do it this year because I don't care how I look, because that's my
There
problem.
you
I'm going to
go.
look like a seal getting in and out.
You
You
don't.
know,
They don't have the crane for you.
no, they don't have a crane for me.
They should. You can request one. Was your apartment complex, right?
Yeah, but
It's an accommodation. You should ask.
where do I start, bro? Like, I go to the board and say, hey,
Yeah. You go to the meeting. I assume
can't
there's a
someone
meeting.
do
I've
it for me? Why do I got to do
uh
that?
Because it affects you, Terry. That's why.
If they don't,
You have to self-advocate.
no, man, I know.
You got to go to the meeting and you got to say, "Excuse me,
You know what?
I
I will do that.
yeah,
I will do that, and I'll say I'll do it on the show so that I can report back to you and see what they say.
good.
Because you know what
Good.
else I'm going to do? My back porch, the door is not wide enough for me to go outside. I own this place, and I'm like, I'm gonna
Oh,
extend it.
so
They're like,
it's a condo.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know if it was like an
oh,
apartment.
no, no, no. It's a, I when I say condo, I feel like it's so shishi foo foo. Like I
Yeah,
live in a
no.
condo, so it's like I just say, when someone's like, is it an apartment or a suite? I'm like, an
Okay.
apartment. I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
It's
It,
a
yeah,
deluxe suite.
if you own it, then yes, by all means you have the right to say your my own habitat that I pay for is not accessible.
I am modest, bro. So I'm like, my apartment is not accessible, whatever.
Do I have
But
to have Kit call Katrina and then Katrina lean on you?
yo, if you guys were here, this is dangerous. She'd be like,
Yeah.
let's go talk to them right now. That's what she would.
She would email them right away.
And I'm like,
She'd
kid,
be
stop
already typing.
embarrassing me. I usually embarrass people.
But yeah, they should make that accommodation for you because it might not just be you.
No, I agree. There are a couple people, 3 or 4 in a wheelchair, and they're young, like me. I mean,
Then
you know,
absolutely.
agree,
Absolutely, Terry.
agreed. And can you imagine? I actually put my foot forward and did that, and they helped all of us. Oh my God, that'd be so cool. I'd feel like such a champ.
I'm
You're
looking
right.
forward to I'm writing it down.
I just wrote it down.
Holding Terry accountable. Hold Terry. Got it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Because it might very well improve the lives of those younger people in wheelchairs.
We'll see how far I get with that. Because
And
once they
if
say no, I'm not gonna go fight it. Maybe I
well,
will. We'll talk about it next time.
you can't be if you're gonna go and say, hey, listen, this is an accommodation I need to be able to use the facilities, because I imagine you pay some kind of dues or fee or something for the common space,
Of
like
course,
yeah. So
maintenance fees. Yeah,
part of that is for that. That made any sense.
yeah.
Part of
No,
that
no, I
money
hear
is
you.
for that kind of stuff.
I will see. Yeah, because also my back porch, I need to widen it,
Uh-huh.
and they're saying no, you're not. You can't cut into the brick.
Well, that might, I don't know about that. That might
Yeah,
be
I
a
understand
structural
that. I
thing.
understand that. But
Yeah.
they don't even think of. They just
Right.
say no, you can't cut into brick. Well, relax. I can do it without cutting into brick.
So,
But I'll keep
but
you updated.
yeah, definitely the sling. I don't even know what else to call it, and I'm sorry,
No, you're fine.
but that's what it is.
And then
You
one
put your
day
butt in a sling.
you get your passport, and then you can come over here and use the sling.
Yeah.
We can use
If
the sling together. I can like push you with the sling and go
I
in
have
the
a feeling you would just push me into the water with no sling. You'd be like, "You ready?" And chair and all, in the water.
water.
Oh, you're killing me.
In the water. Yeah, I can't wait to jump in the water. I think we had enough for today.
You do you? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think if there, I don't even know. Can you see who if there's anybody watching us? Because you're the host.
I don't
I'm y-
want to, bro.
I'm your guest.
It doesn't matter. I don't want to.
Let me know. Look, I want to know.
Oh,
I want to know
uh,
because I want to be able to say
we have
thank
two
you.
watching, and Laura Santos has written a bunch of shit in the text.
Well, let's go.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Great, Laura. How are
Big
you?
Big Bang Theory. Howard Woltowitz were is one standing in line to watch Star Wars. They used to be called Texas catheters. Preparation is good. Never had a cheesecake, cheesesteak. My
Well,
karaoke song is by the Dixie Chicks, Earl.
oh,
Okay.
Earl. Wow. Okay.
And your own habitat needs an emergency exit.
Thank you.
You are right. That's what
Thank you, Laura.
everyone tells me.
Yep. Or if they don't have an emergency exit, there needs to be one of those, I don't know exactly what they're called, but there's designated areas in public buildings that persons with mobility needs can shelter in, and the emergency the responders know to look in those areas. I know that because when I was assistant fire marshal, we had I used to run the fire drills for the local high school, and there were two students in wheelchairs, and during evacuations, they didn't evacuate. They made their way to the shelter area, and we knew to send firefighters right there to look for them.
Cool.
So if they have to provide one or the other.
One more thing, was it on the show? See my mind. Was it on the show when we were talking about when you're on a plane? If you're on a plane and you're in a wheelchair, does the staff pick someone if you're alone? Did we talk
I
about
don't know.
this?
We may have, but I don't know.
If you're alone in a plane, does the staff pick someone in the plane and go, listen, if we have an emergency, I need you to make sure you have his back?
I have flown one time, and
So
I can't answer that.
where did you fly?
New Orleans
Okay, why did you go there the one time?
vacation
All
because
right,
it was bucket list.
okay.
One of the best cities. It's so hot, so humid, smelled god awful, but it was a blast to be there.
Okay, cool. Nice.
So you're right, Laura. Thank you. Who else? Just two? Who's the other one?
Just two. Just two. Why are you shaming us live,
I'm not
man?
shaming
Oh,
us.
Tanya wrote, "Hi guys."
Hey,
earlier.
Tanya.
Yeah,
No, she's probably gone now.
yeah. No, there's two watching us. It could be like
I'm watching
thinking
you, Terry.
Donald Trump could be one. I don't know. Someone of status, I guess. Sorry, is that wrong? That was wrong.
Ah,
That's Terry. That's what Terry does.
that's our Terry. Dun, 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 dun. All right,
Is that
brother.
what the show? Okay.
That's where we're leaving it.
Yeah. All right, man. I will talk to you soon, bro.
Later.
So check us out at 40belowzero.com. That's 4 letter T below 0.com. Or feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Our email address is info@40belowzero.com. Our personal Instagram account are for Nix, it's Nix_V713. Or for Terry, it's what's_MS. Awesome. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. We'll talk soon.